1 faces a serious road test against a top 25 opponent. Can they dodge the upset and keep that number 1 intact? Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois, the home of the Fighting Illini. As we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, the 20th ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. Illinois will kick it off to get us up. And here's the return from inside the 5. Coverage team flying downfield, not much gain that return. So Ohio State's offense trots out there to open this game. One of the many prizes is that wooden turtle, the Illinois Trophy. The last time they took on Illinois, the Buckeyes, a big win to maintain control of that.
The Buckeyes were incredibly focused and dialed as a coaching staff. I think the players, well, be a big factor in today's game. Buckeyes gained some play to Illinois. Illinois trying to pull off a big upset. They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
The play call here on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Looking for the wideout. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Runs out of room. Time, they trap him for a sack.
Well, this is exactly how you of an offense. You got to get some tackles for loss, and they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking deep to the right side. Catch! And they stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23.
I would argue he's one of the more talented quarterbacks that we've seen the entire year covering college football. He can throw the deep ball. He can throw that touch pass and that intermediate throw. He can also show you he can make plays by buying time with his legs. Guy is the total package, and he's making his defense pay right now.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fighting off the defender.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Trying the run, it's Peoples. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll hold.
Chris, this has been a fun opening drive to watch by this offensive coordinator, blending everything, mixing in run with pass, a lot of formations. This defense right now is guessing what's coming next. Now they're into that goal-to-goal situation. Can they punch it in and get the touchdown they deserve?
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down and goal upcoming. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
See if they can convert the point after. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And Kirk, we know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Will not be brought down. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented against the run as well.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Looking downfield, it's Outlier. Grab down the middle, it's Dixon. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. Grab behind the line. It's Tate. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Ohio State and Illinois, a trophy game. Illinois, it was a live turtle was the reward up until 1925. Then they chose to make a wooden trophy. But, Kurt, you played in this game against some pretty good Illinois teams back in your day.
Yeah, unfortunately, some really good Illinois teams. And I think it's probably one of the more underrated atmospheres. When Illinois gets it going, Champaign is a beautiful city as far as college football is concerned. Their fans get behind them. The wind always seems to be howling. And I'll tell you this, we did not, my time I was there. Jason Berdusco was a quarterback before that, Jeff George. A really good defense with Dana Howard, who's one of the better linebackers to ever play in the Big Ten. Simeon Rice, Kevin Hardy. Yeah, Illinois can get it going, and they had the Buckeyes number back in the 80s.
It's on the move, and it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Illinois sends the offense back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring it down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Back to throw. It's Altmaier. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackled quickly after the catch, be short of the marker.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Tight end goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like Illinois will have the 1st down.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a 1st down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
He went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. Returner brought down by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Breaks in open space. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Sayan. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after one. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's reeled in. It's Smith. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
This offense is clicking, and clearly, everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Trying to find room. It's Peoples. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Now it's second down here. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been, and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
The Buck line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce it into the end zone for a touchback. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time?
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a third and long. Takes off in a bootleg. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Third down play for this offense. Back to pass. It's Outlier. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Off the play fake on first down. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down to 17.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Looks to the left. Pass caught. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They'll run it here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Illinois.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
They're set now to try the PAT. And the PAT makes it 10-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Tate. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's how you finish a play.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Fighting Illini offense is back out on the field now. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Breaks into the clear. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking downfield, it's Outlier. Caught by the receiver. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Dixon. And they get the conversion there. Set up now 1st down at the 38. And that'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
This Illinois offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, it's play action. Looking for his big tight end. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. Back to throw again. This time, a completion.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the 1st down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that 1st down.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. He was perfect on his first attempt, but this is tougher from 49 yards away. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Play action here on 1st down. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Sayan. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quick pass. The catch is made. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. 1st down coming up from the 46.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Peoples. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain sets them up 1st down at the 33.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
That completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. He hands it off from the gun. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Buckeyes are going to cash in this red zone trip. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Can he get there? The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Buckeyes will line up here on 1st down and goal. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This offense cannot be stopped.
Man, this defense coordinator better adjust to this receiver. All they did was get him the ball in space, and you can see what he can do after the catch. One defender will not slow this receiver down today. You better bracket him or use double coverage.
And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Looking to throw. It's Altmaier. Taking a shot deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Illibuck is on the line, and already Ohio State and Illinois have given us some stirring moments. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Ohio State and Illinois plays out.
Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. Illinois sends the offense back out on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To the air. It's Outlier. Catch made on the right side. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
Quarterback still with the football. Football comes out. They recover their own fumble, but it is a big loss.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
Defense swarms them on that first down play. Now they come up 2nd and 15 after the loss. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made, and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
This Illinois offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Looking to pass. It's Outlier. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, the offense catches a break here, lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's just flat dropped on third down. What a big mistake. Now this offense facing a fourth down call. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the handoff. Powers through. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner. They'll stop him for a loss.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here's the second down play. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Grab made by the tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
That catch makes it a more manageable third down. Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle, but first down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Peoples.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Important second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Out of the gun now on third down. Nice grab. It's Peoples. They pick up enough for the first down. Football goes to the 45.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
They'll try the ground game here. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Signs the quick throw.
Well, I like how the quarterback used his eyes to move the defense and then came back and made an accurate throw there on the quick slant.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So now it's third and short from the +25. They're in field goal range. Well, let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Peoples. The Buckeyes pick up enough for a first down here.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. They'll run it from the gun.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Buckeyes are in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
Third and short now on the 13th play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. This will be a 35-yard attempt. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A handoff from the shotgun. He's got the first and still going. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down play coming up. To the air, it's Outlier. Bringing pressure. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Just flings it out of bounds with pass rush closing in.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
And here comes the punter onto the field. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds right near the 10-yard line. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Getting set. Here's second down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Really good call here to go with the jet sweep, but you've got to get north and south. Once the defense is out of position, the quicker you can get vertical, the better chance you can find yardage for that first down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And the pass knocked down by the defense. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Offense is back out on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking for a man. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He stopped it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on the screen. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
This Illinois offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Now it's second down here. Scanning the field. It's Outlier. He flips it to the back across the middle. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Illinois lines up 1st and goal now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. They just have to be smart.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Trying to convert with a sneak. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, fighting a linebacker.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
The PAT doesn't do much good, so they'll set up for the 2-point conversion, trying to cut the lead to a field goal here in the late going. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He'll make it into the end zone for the 2-point try, but there is a flag down. This is going to be a crucial call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. To throw, it's Outlier. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut this lead further. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Using his legs, it's Peoples. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. To throw, it's Sayan. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Out Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Illinois sends the offense back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Hand it off for a draw. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10. What can they do here to make it 3rd and manageable? And the quarterback keeps it here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Running back with the football. They stop him behind the line. 4th down and short.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much in this game at all. That ball carrier being tackled near the line of scrimmage. Maybe if this defense can make more plays like that in the 2nd half, their team will be able to chip away at this lead.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team on the field now. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And he takes it around the 20. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. So 1st and 10 here. Offense desperate to reach the end zone on this drive. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that previous play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Scanning the field, it's Outlier. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And that will pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Breaks free. As the first down is still going. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down now, and defensively, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Down 5 late in the fourth quarter. Of course, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Might be for the ball game. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Looking to chuck it again. Catch hauled in here over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Dropping back, it's Outlier. Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Trying for a touchdown here. Oh, would have been a game-clinching interception. Couldn't hold on. Brings up second down.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look. Cover as much ground as you can and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. And the offense will take a timeout with exactly 24 seconds remaining.
Interesting decision to go with a screen pass here in the fourth quarter, trailing. I think the defense is aware that you're going to be back there throwing the football.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I can't believe it. They get the long touchdown pass with just seconds remaining to pull ahead. What was the defense thinking, allowing the receiver to get behind coverage? What a touchdown for the offense.
Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a 2-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. Dropping back, it's Outlier. Football's loose. The offense able to retain possession. Very lucky to still have a chance to win this. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. And the returner will be brought down. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. And looking to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for a late, deep throw. He's got it in the open. And a timeout is taken, just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion. So what an entertaining battle here today. But in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much. And you make some mistakes that you don't normally do. And I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.